Bacon, an iconic staple of the American breakfast. With its crispy, fat, smoky aroma and irresistible sweet, salty flavor, has become a beloved favorite in millions of households. But what most people don't realize is that behind each perfect slice lies a massive, high-tech production system working tirelessly around the clock. In the US alone, bacon consumption has surpassed 1.5 billion pounds annually, enough to cover thousands of football fields. Globally, that number exceeds 4 million tons. Though often seen as a modern food, bacon has actually been around for millennia. As early as 1500 BCE, the Chinese were curing pork belly with salt, while ancient Romans enjoyed a similar type of meat paired with fruit and wine. The process begins at large-scale industrial pig farms, where every aspect, from barn temperature and nutrition to animal health, is carefully monitored using advanced technology. A single large farm can house up to 10,000 breeding sows and produce over 250,000 piglets each year. In the US alone, more than 125 million pigs are sent through processing plants annually, a significant portion of which are destined to become bacon. Once pigs reach their ideal weight, typically between 220 and 290 pounds, they are transported to slaughterhouses. There, the slaughtering process is carried out under humane standards and with maximum technical efficiency. The pig's body is split lengthwise along the spine, the first step in separating specific cuts of meat for different end uses. The legs, shoulders, and other parts are processed into products like ham, sausage, or roasted pork. But the most prized cut and the key ingredient for bacon is the pork belly. With its ideal balance of lean meat and fat, the belly offers the perfect texture and flavor that makes bacon so irresistible. The next step is removing the ribs from the pork belly. Some factories use high-pressure machines to extract the bones, while others rely on the skilled hands of experienced workers to preserve the shape and integrity of the meat. After that, the skin and excess fat are trimmed away using automated cutting systems, shaping the belly into neat, uniform blocks and preparing it for the curing process. Shaping the meat into uniform blocks isn't just for visual appeal. It also allows the seasoning to penetrate more evenly, makes packaging more efficient, and gives the product a cleaner, more attractive look for consumers. The curing stage is where each brand puts its unique stamp on the product, using proprietary blends of salt, sugar, and spices to create their signature flavor. Shaping the meat into uniform blocks isn't just for visual appeal. It also allows the seasoning to penetrate more evenly, makes packaging more efficient, and gives the product a cleaner, more attractive look for consumers. The curing stage is where each brand puts its unique stamp on the product, using proprietary blends of salt, sugar, and spices to create their signature flavor. After smoking, the pork bellies are pressed into uniform rectangular blocks. Industrial scanners then inspect each block for quality, ensuring that only the pieces meeting strict standards move on to the next stage of production. slicing stage is considered one of the most fascinating parts of the process. Ultra-sharp blades cut the bacon into paper-thin slices, or thicker ones, depending on regional preferences. Each slice is neatly arranged in perfect rows, almost like dominoes, making them visually appealing and ready for packaging. Before leaving the factory, each portion of bacon is precisely weighed, vacuum sealed, and labeled. Some modern packaging even includes a clear window, allowing customers to easily inspect the marbling and quality of the slices. Finally, the product is chilled and shipped to thousands of supermarkets across the country. In the US alone, the annual bacon consumption is enough to cover more than 10,000 football fields. A staggering reflection of how much Americans love this food. But behind that love lies an intricately controlled production chain, blending cutting-edge technology with a deep understanding of consumer taste and culinary tradition. So the next time you hear that familiar sizzle in the pan, or catch the mouth-watering aroma of bacon in the morning, remember, behind it all is an entire industry running seamlessly to deliver your favorite breakfast treat. It's a place where engineering, science, and passion come together in every slice. Bacon isn't just food, it's a creation of technology, tradition, and the art of modern food production. Leaving the sausage production facility behind, we now turn our attention to another impressive player in the food industry, American beef. In the vast agricultural heartland of America, where endless cornfields stretch to the horizon, a massive industrial machine runs around the clock. It's not a car factory, nor a high-tech data center. This is one of the largest beef processing plants in the world. A place where thousands of cattle are processed, packaged, and shipped every day to hundreds of countries across the globe. But the process behind those bright red slices of meat you see in the supermarket, it's not simple and it's far from gentle. This is a story of technology, speed, precision, and controversy. Today, join us as we step inside the closed-off world of the American beef industry. Every day, over 5,000 cattle are transported to this facility in specialized trucks. They come from livestock farms across the western United States, where cattle ranching has become an economic lifeline. Every animal is tagged with a tracking number. Electronic identification technology ensures that no mistakes are made throughout the entire processing journey. From there, the cattle are moved into the holding pens, an area specifically designed to minimize stress on the animals, featuring soft lighting, non-slip flooring, and natural ventilation systems. After a short waiting period, the cattle are guided into the slaughter system through a spiral-shaped chute, a design pioneered by renowned expert Temple Grandin, which helps reduce anxiety and prevents mass panic. The cattle are stunned using a pneumatic bolt gun, a method considered more humane as it renders the animal unconscious almost instantly before it is hoisted and bled. The blood is collected and processed separately, ensuring it doesn't spill onto the floors, a strict requirement enforced by the USDA, United States Department of Agriculture. Within just a few minutes, the entire carcass is cleaned, de-haired, hooves trimmed, and fully prepared for the next stage of processing. From here, the beef moves on to an automated butchering line. AI-powered cameras and weight sensors scan each carcass and determine the optimal cutting points to maximize the value of every part. Neck, shoulder, ribs, loin, shank, and round. All are processed in an incredibly short amount of time. On average, a single cow can yield over 300 kilograms of marketable meat. Robots and human workers operate in close coordination. Each station performs just one repetitive task, ensuring both high speed and strict hygiene. Even the fat, tendons, and bone fragments are not wasted. They're sent to an adjacent facility to be turned into gelatin, animal feed, and other byproducts. This is one of the proudest aspects of the American beef processing industry, one of the most rigorous inspection systems in the world. Random meat samples are taken and tested for EDOT, coli, salmonella, and dozens of other bacteria. All testing is done in an on-site laboratory within the plant. The meat is then moved into cold packaging rooms where the temperature is consistently kept below 5 degrees Celsius. Each piece of meat is weighed, tray-packed, vacuum-sealed, and labeled by automated machines. This facility can handle over 500 tons of meat daily, equivalent to hundreds of thousands of meal portions. From there, the cartons are stacked onto pallets, sealed, and transferred to the cold storage for export. Each shipment is assigned a QR code, allowing full traceability back to the original cow, a crucial step in the global supply chain. Every day, hundreds of refrigerated container trucks leave the plant, heading to the nearest seaports or airports. Beef from here is exported to over 60 countries, including Japan, South Korea, China, EU nations, and even Vietnam. The United States ranks among the top countries in beef exports, thanks to massive state-of-the-art systems like this. Behind the modern production line, more than 3,000 workers operate in shifts. Many of them are immigrant laborers from Central America and Asia, working in cold, physically demanding conditions, but earning stable incomes. However, there are ongoing controversies surrounding labor conditions, safety risks, and the humanity of the industrial processing model. Several animal welfare and human rights organizations continue to advocate for improvements across the entire industry. A facility like this consumes millions of liters of water daily for cleaning, cooling, and waste management. Solid waste, blood, and methane gas are all strictly monitored. Many plants invest in biological treatment systems, water filtration, and generating electricity from gas. Still, the beef industry is considered one of the most environmentally heavy sectors, especially regarding CO2 emissions and resource consumption. The meat processing industry is entering a new era, where AI, automation, and big data are gradually replacing human labor. Some plants are experimenting with machines that recognize muscle fiber patterns to automate sorting and even predict market demand in real time. Meanwhile, pressure from animal rights movements, the rise of vegetarianism, and lab-grown meat are creating unprecedented challenges. Will massive facilities like this still exist 10 to 20 years from now? Or will they have to undergo a major transformation? From the moment a cow steps off the truck to the time it becomes a clean, packaged tray of meat ready to be shipped worldwide, the entire process takes less than 12 hours. But behind that speed lies decades of investment, millions of dollars in equipment, and tough questions about ethics, the environment, and the future of consumption. This plant is not just a meat production facility, it is an essential part of the global food supply chain. And today, you've had the chance to see it from the inside. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos about the global food industry. Feel free to leave a comment below and let us know which processing industry you'd like us to cover next.